Hello, everybody. Almost forgot to add myself to the stage. So, today is part two. Aria, my little fur goblin cat, is jumping all around down here. Don't mind her. Today, we're doing part two of the 22 card spread. And of course, the first one into the room is mi hermana. What's up, Selena, essence of the moon? Uh, or as she put it, sup, yo? Um, Tonight is part two. Pull my little station closer. Gonna wait and see if anybody shows up. Rebecca Joe, what's up, my love? How you doing? Last week we talked about the 22 card spread and how it can be used um, with one word definitions. Hi, Play. How you doing? Um, so we did this. We learned. Aria, you better not get away from me. Uh-oh. I put the wrong thing up. Hold on. 22 card class. Here we go. That's what I wanted. So we learned the 22 card spread. Card 0 is the Fool. This is about single word meanings, and the Fool would be... Actually, the Querent is the first card we're going to talk about. And then we read how to read the physical, mental, spiritual aspects of this spread. We learned chakra, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Ari, what are you doing? And 6. So this is where we left off. Now, for these, before you start, let me check the chat. Okay, all the usual suspects are dropping in. That's awesome. All right, now where were we? I fell asleep, you guys. And catching up is being a bitch. All right, so now let's read it this way. Before I tell you the astrology, this can be broken up if you read a 9-box spread in this fashion. Aria, can you get that text message? Hold on, everybody. I forgot to turn my phone off. And put it on. Okay, now it's on silent. So this can be broken down into past, present, and future if we're reading it. And no matter how you're reading these past, present, and future parts right here, you're going to see a card in the center. That will be the querent. If you're reading it in the past, we see card 9 is the center. That is the querent and the main energy. This carries over into the present. You can read it into a 9-box style. What card number 11 stays in the center? That is always going to be the querent or the energy being read on. Same thing with the future. We've got 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14. 19, 20, and 21. These represent the future. And right in the center, card number 13, is a card that represents the querent and the energy being red. Hey, Raven Tarot, what's up? How you doing, everybody? You want to hear something funny? Selena, um, Raven Digitalis, a Raven name that we were talking about and how cool his work is. Well, his symbol is also a Mercury symbol, like I use, so it's really cool. All right, Aria, stop. Now, at the end of the reading or work last week, somebody asked about reading the corners. Yes, this is how you do that. You take into account the four corners, card number 1, card number 7, card number 21, and card number 15. They create the framework of your reading. So when you sit down, look at those 7 cards to kind of get an idea of what's going on. The center can be used as the main energy or however you apply. Just make sure that when you do your readings, you know ahead of time what you're doing. Um, I I did reach out to him, Selena. I'm very excited about it. Meeting another Raven. Raven Tarot meditation is one of my favorites for that specific reason. It's a bird thing. All right, now this is what we did last time. Hold on. Scanning down to find where we need to be. Yep, here we go. All right. Hold on 1 second. I forgot to open up my computer in my hand. Look at you just sitting there like a little demon. I love my kitty cat. So, we're doing the same thing with the astrology that we did with the general meanings of the cards. Birds of a feather, Timmy. You're darn right. 0 Okay, tablet is starting. Hello, tablet. I should have lowered the light so I don't look like a monster. There you go, my notes. Okay. So I'm going to read this part. Astrology and tarot are two influential systems for divination, self-reflection, and spiritual growth. Astrology interprets the influence of celestial bodies on human life, while tarot uses a deck of symbolic cards to provide insight into personal and spiritual matters. When combined, these systems offer a multidimensional approach to understanding the self and the world. Uh, the astrology aspect is cosmic, the tarot aspect is daily. Um, Tarot brings them both together. There are certain decks that I love, like the Thoth Tarot and the Heaven and Earth Tarot. They lean heavily on astrology. Um, it's 3 dimension. It turns it into 3 dimensional chess, is what I think of that they used to play on Star Trek. It rounds it out, it fills it out. Um, okay, so here we go. Now we're going to read on the energy of the planets, and it helps to know your glyphs, symbols, and information on the planets. Um, but if you don't, that's quite okay. You could still use this system. It will give you a leg up on learning your tarot astrology. There is a big difference between astrology and tarot astrology. Um, Here we go. The energy of Uranus. Uranus is rebellion, freedom, unexpected change, and originality. Um, but the one word we're going to use is upheaval. So I need somebody to suggest a card so that we could use for practice. Let's use the Four of Cups. No, it's another cup. We'll go in another direction. Huh. Or we can go with the same card. Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Oh, that's why I didn't do it. I had a game plan. I was trying to remember what my game plan was. And I just remembered. Okay. Never make plans for a show when you're raging high. All right. I was then. I'm not now. Speaking of. All right. So I'm going to show you some cards before we start because they're going to be related to our reading. So we've got the Four of Cups, the card of dissatisfaction. We've got the Two of Pentacles, the card of juggling things, and we've got the Fool, the card of new beginnings. Now, each one of the cards in the tarot deck is associated with a planet or a sign or both. Let me see. I want that Greek gods deck, baby. Love it. All right, so now that we've got our cards, let's put them into action, shall we? Uranus is the planet of upheaval. So we know when Uranus shows up, shit's going to go sideways. All right. We know that the Fool sets out on a new adventure. Uranus tells us how he sets out on that new adventure. He's setting out with the mindset of shaking shit up. This is upheaval. If you had the Four of Cups there, the reason you're shaking shit up is dissatisfaction. If you had the Two of Pentacles there, the reason you're shaking shit up is because you're tired of juggling the same things over and over and over. And if you get the Fool card in this space, um, then that means you're just a payaso. You're just a clown. You like shaking shit up for the sake of shaking shit up. You're rebellious in nature and you try new things. Um, if people get caught in the crossfire, well, tough titties, right? That's what you say. I'm not saying you, I'm saying somebody under the influence of Uranus is being very rebellious. So we know that card 0 deals with that. Let me check. All right. So in the next row down, our first space. This is the space reserved for the magician. This gets shit done. This is active intellect being used. So if you get well, let's say this: Mercury deals um, with communication, intellect, adaptability, and dexterity. Okay, so I've chosen to use the word intellect. When you see a card fall into here, the Four of Cups falling into intellect, uh, would mean all that's been on your mind lately is how dissatisfied things are going. Or if you have the Two of Pentacles fall into this space, you're juggling too many thoughts at one time. Also, the Two of Pentacles does deal with the energy of Capricorn, so you might be juggling, um, trying to maintain your appearance of things, and it's just getting out of hand. And if you have the Fool here, the Fool is the first person to meet the Magician on the Fool's journey. So I would take that as you are on track. You are um, discovering new things about yourself. You're coming to certain realizations. All right, let's say. All right, now in our next spot, here we have the energy of. Oh, I put the moon. It's not the moon, it's the High Priestess. I hope I didn't switch them around. Hold on. No, okay. I just switched the word wrong. That's good. Let's go back to where we were. So if you're watching this at home, this card does not represent the moon. Oh, wait. There we are. This is the High Priestess card itself, right? And it deals with the subconscious. But if we go down to our work, what we're doing today, we're dealing with the moon, which deals with emotions. Okay. Um, okay. The astrological association with the moon is the High Priestess. Remember how she's always stepping on it, right? Now, when we see the moon, we're dealing with intuition, mystery, subconscious, wisdom. I read it as emotions and intuition, cycles, receptivity. All right, this is not a go get it. This is sit back and let your intuition guide you. If we're dealing with a card like the Four of Cups here, um, the Four of Cups is a card of dissatisfaction. Learning about your emotions might be called for right now. Although the Four of Cups is a stable card emotionally, it's a card of dissatisfaction. So there may be a lot of dissatisfaction that you're feeling right now. If you're feeling the Two of Pentacles energy, that energy says that you are um, in a choice of two different ways of feeling, two different um, ways of processing emotion. If we have the Fool card here in the moon, it means you might be heading headlong into a bad relationship or situation, being foolhardy. Yes. Um, Next up, we have the Venus space. This is reserved for the High Priestess. Um, in this spread, we are using the word abundance. The High Priestess, the Empress, son of a bitch. What is wrong with me today? I haven't. You know what it is? I haven't smoked yet. Um, the Empress gives birth to all things. She is the door to life. She's the door to life, abundance, happiness, joy, family. Um, she's Thanksgiving. Woohoo! All right. Hey, Joan Minute. Oh, hold on. Joan Miranda. I have a belly issue today, you guys. I'm sorry. That's why I was late getting started. Um, so now we're into Aries with the Emperor. The Emperor, um, authority, structure, stability, leadership, initiative, assertiveness, drive, leadership, all the go get it things, all the energy things this is associated with. But I went with consequences because the Emperor is not just about structure, he's about consequences too. Let me see. Okay. Um, the Emperor is very stern. You have to answer to him. No matter what you do, you have to pay up, right? Um, the consequences of the Four of Cups, dissatisfaction into consequences. This may be your consequence, having dissatisfaction in your life because you did something you knew was wrong that you shouldn't do, but you stepped in anyway. So, whatever it was may have brought dissatisfaction. Like, what I'm thinking is going after a guy you like hardcore in finally getting to date him and realizing he's abusive or an asshole. Um, these are consequences of your actions. You've stepped into, you knew the guy had beaten women in the past or men in the past, and you still went after it thinking you could change him. Nope. All you got was consequences. If we had the Two of Pentacles there of juggling, this is saying that whatever you're juggling right now, you may have serious consequences from the fallout. So be very careful with what you're juggling. The Fool card here in consequences saying you're being an idiot and you're going to um, have consequences as a fallout from your actions. No, you can't ever change them. And anybody who thinks you can change somebody, you're wrong. They have to change themselves. And they're not going to do that until they're ready. All right. So next up, click on the little thing. Here we go. Taurus. Now, Taurus deals with tradition, conformity, spiritual guidance, um, stability, material comfort, values, persistence, all the good stuff. He's related with the Hierophant card. So one of the things about Taurus, though, is it deals with finances. So this is where we're looking at finances. Remember, this spread is single word cues. All right. So um, Taurus can deal with stability, material comfort, values, and persistence. All right. Persistence is one of my favorites. That was the one I almost put because you can't move a bull until they're ready. But I wanted to go finances because most people ask about money. So this is where we learn about money. If the Four of Cups is here, then we are not happy with our money situation. We're feeling boxed in. We're feeling trapped. Maybe we're not getting any of our money. We're just handing it over to other people. If you have the Two of Pentacles, this either says that you're very good at juggling, or if it's reversed, very bad at juggling finances. Um, this is also, again, Capricorn energy. You may be somebody who is meant to be in finances yourself, a banker, somebody who handles finances for others. We have the Fool card as our last example, and the Fool card is rebellion. You may have to take a leap of faith and try something new. Um, think out of your box if you're looking for some new ideas for jobs or work. Think out of the box. Uh, right? It's a truism that you cannot control the behavior of other people. Don't even try. Attend to your own side of the street. Word, brother, word. Uh, Absolutely freaking right. They need to change themselves. Here's something you guys may not know. Um, at one point, I was in an abusive relationship. I was in a couple, actually. I've been the abused, and I was at one point the abuser when I was on drugs, and I got help. So never think somebody's hopeless. It's just they need to get the help themselves. Drugs will mess people up. Hi, Jan. How you doing, my love? Don't worry. Pull up a chair. We got you, boo boo. All right. So our next card, Gemini, adaptability. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Remember, intellect. So um now we've got traditional meanings of this space with the lovers are relationship choices, union, and harmony. The astrological aspects deal with duality, communication, adaptability, and connection. You can see how that works with the lovers card, right? Um, we need to be adaptable when this space, when cards show up in this space. We've got the Four of Cups. You're dissatisfied. Well, maybe you're not really trying. Maybe you need to be a little more adaptable to this situation. I've gotten into many situations thinking, I'm just not going to fucking like this. I'm not going to like it. End of conversation. Um, but then I remembered adaptability. You have to be willing to be open to people and situations. Um, yeah, the Four of Cups, you may have to adapt to your situation. You may be in a place where you're feeling boxed in. Well, here's your chance to jump out of that box. The Two is saying you can do this. You've got a lot to juggle, but lean into it. Adaptability. And the Full card, throw yourself into something serious. That's no matter how I read it, that's coming up the same way. So let's just uh our next card deals with Cancer. Cancer is not um all right, well, first of all, it's a defensive sign, but the Chariot is associated with this. And the Chariot deals with willpower, determination, victory, and control. Astrologically speaking, it deals with emotional drive, protection, home, tenacity. It deals with our family, our lineage, our bloodline. Cancer is associated with the family tree. Um, that's why I assigned the word protection, because anybody who has family that they truly love is going to protect them at all costs. So here, if we see the Four of Cups fall in here, what do you need to be protected from? Could be a way to look at it. Um, Boredom with the Four of Cups. Keep yourself engaged. Keep yourself up to date. Um, with the Two of Pentacles, what do you need to be protected from? Um, overloading yourself, taking on things that you can't manage. And I keep looking at this card, the Two of Pentacles, thinking, um, Capricorn energy. Capricorn deals with our identity. So you may be trying to figure out who you are right now. All right. And of course, the Fool card. You may need to be protected from your own folly. You may need to be protected from your ignorance entering a situation. So do your homework on something. All right. And that was the first row. Yes, Mama, I hear you. So now we've got the Leo card. Leo is, of course, as has been proven scientifically, the best sign in the zodiac. Um, yeah, I heard all you at home go, ah! Leo is um, associated with the Strength card. This space is reserved for the Strength card. That would be courage, inner strength, compassion, and patience. Astrologically speaking, it's the energy of the sun. Now we've got creative energy, confident energy, self expression, vitality. This is a card that says, let's do this, Brutus. Let me check the chats. Your sun is in Leo play. Awesome. That's very awesome. That's go get it energy. That's creative. The Four of Cups here in this space for passion. Maybe you've lost your passion. Maybe you're feeling boxed in because you went for passion. Maybe there's passion on the outside of that box that you just can't get to. This is where the intuition of the reader comes in. All right, so however you would assign meaning to the Four of Cups, if I assign dissatisfaction. So there's dissatisfaction in passion. See where I'm going? The Two of Pentacles deals with juggling things. So we may be juggling more than one person in our lives, or the person we're with may be juggling more than one person. We may be a side chick and not even know it. The Fool card, which deals with upheaval and rebellion. This may be a sign in passion. This may be something new for you. You may be dating somebody who's a little different than what you're used to dating. I had this one time in a reading, the Fool card came up. He was trying something new, and turns out he was wanted to, how do I say, experiment, not with me, but to experiment on the dating scene. This is a card of upheaval, and it falls into strength. So passion, right? So your sexy world may be all up in the air right now. You're a side piece with side piece of your own. You rock it, Rebecca Joe. Ah! I used to have Ari. What are you doing? She's like stretched over my lap. It's funny. All right, so our next phase deals with Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. Did I skip one? I did. Virgo, introspection. I was like, wait, something's not right. Let's check the chat. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Okay. So now we've got Virgo, which deals with the Hermit. All right. The Hermit looks back, he examines everything. The Hermit card himself deals with solitude, introspection, guidance, and wisdom, right? So the astrological meaning is analysis, service, discernment, and practicality. I went with the introspection here. You can always change it up for how you need, but they seem to be working. So this is how I read them. The Four of Cups in the space of introspection means we've reached a point where we cannot deny anymore that we are unhappy. Um, if it's reversed Four of Cups, I take that to its utmost negative meaning. Um, the Two of Pentacles on introspection means we're starting to realize we may be in over our heads. We may be juggling more than were expecting. If we had the Fool card in this space, the Fool card being a card of rebellion, um, we may have come to a point where we realize we've been acting foolhardy. We've not been moving forward with as much caution and care as we should. So this is where we would take steps to change that. The Hermit card is one of my favorite cards play. Um, as Joey and I say, it deals with the minutia of life. Okay. All right. Next up, we have. Come on, open. There we go. Jupiter expansion. Aria. Ow. Holy shit, Aria. You guys can't see, but she's shredding my shirt here. Um, Jupiter deals with expansion. The wheel deals with change, cycles, fate, and luck. The astrological association of Jupiter is expansion, fortune, growth, optimism. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. When the energy of Jupiter comes into play, we already sit down. I can't cuddle you right now, baby girl. Um, yes, I'm her bitch. Leave me alone. So if we had let's look at it this way. This is expansion. Anything that falls into this space is going to grow. All right. So look at the cards we have. The Four of Cups. That's dissatisfaction. That means you're in a space right now where unhappiness and dissatisfaction have taken over. It's time to deal with it. The Two of Pentacles deals with juggling. So we may be in a big project. We may be working very diligently and hard to juggle things to create something new. Reverse the Two of Pentacles could mean that you juggled too much and um, it's no longer expansion. Reversed, it becomes depletion. Um, things don't grow, investments don't grow, relationships don't grow when the card's reversed. All right, so our next space deals with Libra. Libra deals with the Justice card. Now, the Justice card deals with fairness, balance, truth, and law, right? So now we've got the astrological meaning, which is harmony, justice, relationships, and equilibrium. Now we're getting into balancing stuff, right? Um, I don't know why I let her come into this room with me. Yeah, I do. I love her. So if we had the Four of Cups fall into this space of harmony, we're not open to balancing things. Uh, I would read the Four of Cups in this space since it's a card of disharmony when you come right down to it. Um, the Four of Cups would obviously just say things are not happy at home. Cups deal with emotions, right? So we are having problems balancing our emotions because we're so dissatisfied with things right now. Um, that is right, becoming so much more dissatisfied. Oh, that's your planet? Awesome. Um, if we had the Two of Pentacles there, yeah, we're we're juggling things, we're holding things together, but barely. All right. On the card itself, you could see the wavy water in the background. Yeah, there's juggling going on. Yeah, we're doing it, but not well. So the Fool card falling into harmony, which means uh, you're on the road to finding harmony. All right. You may have had a major breakthrough. Conversely, if it's reversed, then you're going down the primrose path, boo boo. It's not working out and you need to recalculate. The beginnings of disharmony. Yes, disharmony. Thank you. That's the word I should have used right there. Thank you for that. I was having a brain fart. All right, so our next card up deals with the energy of Neptune. Now we've got the energy of the Hanged Man, right? The Hanged Man is about surrender, letting go, new perspectives. Um, Astrologically speaking, the planet Neptune, the watery planet, deals with sacrifice, spirituality, dissolution, transcendence, dreams, and illusions. Neptune is the psychic planet also. So, one of the things I would say for this is pay attention to your dreams. All right, I chose this for a reason. Pay attention not only to your night dreams, pay attention to your daydreams. Okay, when your mind kind of wanders, pay attention. Let me see what we have to say before I go on. You know what? It's funny you say that, Jan, because water facilitates communication with the divine. I also in the shower have communicated with my guides. Yes. I know it sounds weird, but it's true as far as I know it. um, yeah, so the Four of Cups in this situation deals with being boxed in and unsatisfied. So, um, this is definitely saying you may not be satisfied, or your parent may not be satisfied with the way their dream is going. Um, or they may have had troubling dreams. Now, if we had the Two of Pentacles, pentacles are material, we can touch them. So, your dream is to build something, to create something. The two is, it's not the initiator that the ace is, but it deals with action. It deals with juggling things in the material world. So, if I saw this come up here, I would tell my client, be careful on moving forward. Make sure you've got all the information you need because although you'll be managing, you're not going to be managing well if you're juggling too many things. All right. This is going to lead to your emotions being all over the place. We see in the Two of Pentacles, the water in the background is just going crazy, right? Um, Having the Fool card here. The Fool card is upheaval, new ventures, and having it fall into the dream spot says it's time. It's time to take that leap of faith. It's time to do it. It's time to lean into your dreams. Now let's check the chat. Yes, sir. It does. Water facilitates spiritual. Did you guys see Constantine the movie when he put his feet in the water to? Hey, Ari. Psst, psst, psst. My dogs are on the other side of the door, and now she wants to play. Um, that scene where he sticks his feet in the water, holds a cat, and crosses over. Yeah, water facilitates. I love how movies um, adopt it. Okay, so next up, we've got Scorpio. Scorpio. Um, I knew you were going to do that. All right. Scorpio deals with the energy of the death card, right? The most famous tarot card. Yeah, did you know they're making another Constantine movie? I think I'll watch that later. Ah, Madrina. What's up, you sexy bitch? Miss Tarot D. All right. So, the death card. The death card deals with transformation, endings, renewal, and transitions, right? But astrologically speaking, it deals with intensity, transformation, depth, and rebirth. It's not that much different. Okay. It's also dealing with your instinct on this. We're going full scorpion here. Scorpions protect what is theirs. All right. If your instinct is to, how do I say this? Um, this space shows you what needs to be changed. Use your instinct here. So if the Four of Cups show up, then we're dealing with your instincts are telling you something is not right. Ari, that noise you hear is her playing with the mic stand. Yeah, your instincts are telling you that the Four of Cups in this spot, dissatisfaction. There may be dissatisfaction in the people around us, or the people around us may be causing that dissatisfaction. The Two of Pentacles deals with juggling. Know that you may be juggling too much, or you've got this. It depends on the surrounding cards. It can be very positive. All right, I'm going to let her out. It's just bothering me. Hold on. This is the last time you're coming in here with me, cat. Go. You can't help it. I'm a big softy where my cat's concerned. My little Aria girl. Okay. Now, where was I? Oh, juggling. Okay. Your instinct may be to flex. I associate the Two of Pentacles, pardon, with show of strength. You're strong enough to handle a lot of things. So this may be a suggestion to take on one more thing. The Fool card deals with upheaval, new beginnings. So your instinct on this space may be telling you something needs to change. Follow your instinct. Follow your thought patterns and emotions. Obviously, don't do anything that's going to blow your life up. Don't make your decisions based on what we're saying or what the cards say, but you want to take it into account, obviously, right? So Now, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is mutable fire, right? So this is saying it's time for an adventure. It's time for healing. It's time for something new. The space of temperance deals with balance, moderation, healing, and purpose, right? Well, now we're dealing with higher ideals, philosophy, exploration, integration, optimism. This is where we find the healing we need. We have to set out on the hero's journey. Um, Adventure forward. See the symbol for Sagittarius, the glyph up there. It's an arrow and a bow. Um, Sagittarius deals with Chiron, the centaur, who is an archer. That bow is the direction of new beginnings. That bow um, can be associated with direction. Um, if we have the Four of Cups here, if you're dissatisfied, go on a fucking adventure. Pick your ass up. Go to the movies. Go shopping in a new place. Do something new. Um, if we have the Two of Pentacles here, now the Two of Pentacles deals with something tangible that we could touch. So maybe this deals with gambling. So maybe you can go to a casino. Maybe it may be a lot of things, right? Um, if I saw the Two of Pentacles come up here, I would say that it's time to have an adventure in the physical world. Um, those pentacles tell me it's time to get back into life, so to speak. I don't think the person I'm reading for with this energy there um, is actually engaged in life. I think they're stuck at the planning stage with that Two of Pentacles. So if we had the Fool card here, hold on, let me check chat. I just noticed there's a bunch and growing. Oh shit. Madhu! What up, girl? That explains why everyone was chatting all at once. You're Sag, and I'd say I'm the gamble and the adventure. Work it, baby. I'm a Leo, so I know what you mean. I'm fixed fire. Aries starts the party, Leo maintains the party, and Sagittarius says this party's over. Where's the next party? And starts it all over with Aries. All right, so look. All right, our next card. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh shit. I'm having trouble with my and a few cards. I'm gonna run into a problem here. I just realized something. Okay. Well, that's poor planning. Okay. So our next space. No, Capricorn, back up. Our next space deals with Capricorn. Capricorn is associated with the Devil card, bondage, materialism, temptation, shadow self, what's our secret kink. Um, yeah, it's being trapped by material things. So, astrologically speaking, Capricorn deals with ambition, discipline, material concerns, and restriction. This is why I call it the card of politicians. They're so concerned with their image and what is material and what they can get and their ambition. Um, my husband's a Capricorn. He's very practical. It makes sense. When I found out he was Capricorn, I kind of went, yeah, I get it now. Um, so having the Four of Cups in the space of Capricorn, when we know Capricorn deals with image, we may be dissatisfied with how we view ourselves or how other people are viewing us. Um, if we have the Two of Pentacles, that's a Capricorn card in Capricorn. So I always view a sign falling into a sign as a good sign. Like the Two of Pentacles would be ambition, juggling, um, taking on new responsibilities, um, juggling material concerns. The Fool card, um, since we're dealing with ambition, discipline, material concerns, and restriction and image, um, if the Fool card comes up, two things. Either you need to be a little more outgoing or you've been acting like a fucking idiot. And it shows. It all depends on what cards are next to them to give you an idea of what's going on. Let's check the chat. Oh, honey bunny, I'm sorry about the shingles. Of course, we'll send healing energy. Hold on. I don't know why I can't use my... Oh, well. I'm going to have an issue in a moment because of... I can't maneuver my menu here. It won't go down. I don't know how to make it go down. Okay, anyway, let's take Rebecca's comment off it there. Sorry about your shingles, girl, but that's got to go. All right. Now, Mars gets a bad rap. We think destruction when we see Mars because he's associated with the Tower card. The Tower card deals with upheaval, sudden change, revelation, chaos, right? So the astrology of it is action, aggression, destruction, breakthrough. All right. When we're using it in this spread, this is determination. What do we need to be more forceful with? What do we need to be aware of to get out of our current predicament? Maru. Okay, so let's do the cards. We have the Four of Cups, which is the card of dissatisfaction. If you're dissatisfaction, now is the sign to change it. All right. Shake shit up. You know, one of my favorite sayings with Joey, the Vale Cottage Witch. Fuck around and find out. Shake things up. Do this, Brutus. You get the idea? The Two of Pentacles, which deals with juggling, having it fall here into the tower spot may be telling you to not get sidetracked. The Fool card is... Whoa, hold on. Hello? I'm on air. Hello, everybody. I would love something from Jack. I would like a the chicken sandwich there with the Swiss cheese, no lettuce, no pickle. Yeah, yeah, that one, and some fries and a drink. I just don't want pickles and tomato. I mean, lettuce and tomato on it. Mm-hmm. Okay, I love you. Bye. I love my husband. Um, no lettuce or tomato. There's no pickle on a club sandwich. And of course, Miss Terody would think the pickle's the best part. Oh, just saying. Um, I should have had him bring you guys something too. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry. Um, now where were we? Now I lost track. Somebody tell me what the last thing I said was. Um, yeah, I gave the full card, right? Okay. I lose my senses when he calls. We've been together 25 years and I just love that man. Anyway, all right. Let's go to our next one. Okay. So now we've got society for Aquarius. Um, the energy of Aquarius deals with hope. This is the star card. Hope, inspiration, serenity, and renewal, right? So now we've got the astrology of it for Aquarius is innovation, vision, humanitarianism, and detachment. So we're going with the humanitarian aspect of this, and we're leaning into society. Uh, show us his pick. It is on here, but I don't know what studio it's in. Okay. I may have to exit out of my studio for a second coming up. All right. So when we see the star card, we are dealing with, or this space, Aquarius, we're dealing with our tribe. Um, these are the people around us. These are the people that we are in the middle of. So, family, work peoples, get together, your coven, whatever. This is your society. This is your tribe. Um, my husband, yeah, I see you guys making pickle comments. My husband gets cramps with his muscles, so he drinks glasses of straight pickle juice, and it hurts my soul every time he does that. Um, so society, if we had the Four of Cups fall into this space, that's a card of dissatisfaction. We're not happy with our current group of friends, or we may not fit in with our current group. We may need to find a group that we can relate to more. Um, people are always saying, I don't know where to find my group. Well, if there's a metaphysical bookstore, that's a starting point in your town. Go down there and see what kind of classes they offer. Find like minded individuals. If we're dealing with the Two of Pentacles, which deals with juggling, um, we may be going under we may be doing too much with our friends. It may be time to cool our jets, calm our tits. We may need to pull back for a little while and get things together. On the other side, depending on what cards are near it, it may be you have to take the initiative with your friends. The Two of Pentacles deals with juggling. So the first thing that's coming to mind here is a lot of different people. Maybe you've got too many people that you're trying to please. Don't be a people pleaser. All right, let's see. Pickles and bananas. Oh, I'm going to have to tell him that. He won't drink it. He'll look at it and go, no. But I'm going to tell him. Thank you. He might. He let me make him a witch's brew. All right, so our next card up deals with Pisces. Pisces is the house of endings. It's the house of death, basically. This is where the calendar year ends and the new one starts. Well, not calendar year. The wheel of the year. Pisces is the last sign, and Aries is the first sign. Pisces hands it over to Aries. So this space deals with the energy of the moon, illusion, intuition, dreams, and subconscious. Pisces is the most psychic sign in the zodiac. Okay. It deals with imagination, sensitivity, mysticism, and confusion. When Pisces shows up, our psychic powers come online strong. Okay. Let me check the chat. I see a lot there. Oh, it's Joey. Can't talk, Joey. Busy. I should say I'm live. Why aren't you watching? Okay. When Pisces is around, our psychic abilities are off the charts. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. I'm telling you to pay attention to your intuition. All right. If we have the Four of Cups show up, the hell was that? Did you guys hear that? Huh. If we have the Four of Cups show up, that's dissatisfaction. Your intuition is telling you there's something wrong on the home front. All right. Or in your whatever you're emotionally invested in, there may be issues you need to pay attention to. The Two of Pentacles, which deals with juggling, your intuition is telling you you may be juggling too much, or somebody you love may be juggling too much, or the reader, the person you're reading for, is juggling too much. Tell them to calm their fucking tits. Okay. Fish. I don't eat fish, you guys. Ugh. All right. Now, next up, we deal with the energy of the sun. The sun gives us purpose. So the sun is related with the sun card: success, vitality, joy, and enlightenment, right? So now we've got the sun in its astrological meaning, which is the life force, the clarity, positive self-expression. On the tree of life, right in the middle of the tree of life is the sphere of Tiferet. That is the balance point. That is the harmony spot. It is ruled by the sun. So if we have the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups is about dissatisfaction. Anytime the sun shows up, it trumps the energy of what's around it. It burns it up, it overshines it, however you want to say it. The sun is all about positivity, and it trumps the negative cards. All right. I want to say that up front. So now the Two of Pentacles. When I think of the Two of Pentacles falling into this spot, I think of Selena, Essence of the Moon. She is doing so much. She has her eye on the prize. She is set. Um, she's made honor roll in school. She's setting up for her next step on her journey. I admire her so much. Um, so yeah, that is your purpose. Oh yay! Smoky quartz is Joey's favorite. Um, Yeah, when the Fool card shows up, you may have a divine purpose that you need to step into. On the Fool card itself, there's a sun. I should point that out. So, this is a positive step in the right direction. Let me check the chat. Looking good. Okay. All right. So now we've got Pluto. And Pluto is associated with the Judgment card. The Judgment card deals with awakening, rebirth, reckoning, and absolution, right? So Pluto itself deals with transformation, regeneration, power, resurrection. Now, the little glyph up there above the number 2 and 3, that is the symbol for Pluto. If you look at it, it's a circle with that little C underneath it. That's a person with their arms up, going up, rising up from the earth. Um, that is an easy way to remember it. This is the Phoenix card. This is transformation. So if we had the Four of Cups here, um, the Four of Cups deals with dissatisfaction. Well, you have the energy, you have the means to change it. So why don't you transform, boo boo? Be that powerful purple unicorn you want to be. Um, this is a sign if the Four of Cups were to fall into the space that a reminder to take control of your life. The Two of Pentacles, which deals with juggling, we may have juggled too much, or my view on this is the juggling is worth it. That's something we never hear. Usually people are being told, oh no, you're juggling too much. Well, you may not be juggling enough with this. So you may need to take steps. Let's check the chat. And the Fool card here is telling me you may be off on a journey of empowerment. That transformation may have already happened, and you may be up, all up in the business right now, right? Okay. You may be in the midst of transformation. That's the phrase I was looking for. Checking, 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 checking. Okay. So, if we had the Fool card, I said that, right? You may be a yes. You may be off on a journey of empowerment. Now, here's where the problem comes in, you guys. Space 21. Hold on. Because for some reason, it's not working. I'm going to back out and come right back in. Hold on. Uh-oh. Okay, what was the last thing you guys heard me say? Did you hear anything I said right there? Because I think I forgot to add myself back onto the stage. Son of a gun. All right. What was the last thing we were talking about that you heard me say? Hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to back up a little bit just in case. Mhm. Did we talk about Pluto? Ha ha ha. We thought you went to eat. No, when I added myself back on stage, I forgot to add myself back on stage. I came in and I saw the thing up on the screen and I left it there. Um, okay, we did Pluto. Thank you. Thank you for that, Jen. Pluto and Popeye. Awesome. You know what? This is a true story. There's a movie I watched last week called Popeye's Revenge when he's a vicious ghost killer. It's crazy. Uh, all right. So now we're on to our last space then. And our last space for today deals with Saturn. Saturn deals with responsibility. Um, you may have heard the phrase Saturn returns. That's when Saturn returns to its position that it was at when you were born, and it takes a very, very long time. Um, this is a point when you um, the energy of Saturn calls for wisdom. It's old age. It is maturity. Um, it's structure, mastery, accomplishment, boundaries. It is ruled by Saturn. Now, here's the interesting thing I want you guys to know. And we're going to get into this more if you watch the next segment, which deals with the Hebrew alphabet and uh, how it relates to this spread. Um, the Saturn Saturn is associated on the tree of life with the sphere Binah, the mother sphere. All right. Chokmah is the father sphere, and Binah is the mother. It's associated with goddess energy. So it takes the energy of the emperor and it gives it form, shape, and structure, and gives birth to it. Um, Saturn gives birth. It pulls the energy in and it gives birth to something. It gives structure to it. It gives boundaries and accomplishment. So when we see this space, we're dealing with responsibility. The Four of Cups may mean we are fed up with the responsibilities that we have. We're not happy. We just want out. Um, Also, the Four of Cups deals with um, Cancer energy, and Cancer deals with your family. So we may be dissatisfied with the familial responsibilities we have and may need to address it in one way or another. The Two of Pentacles, um, falling into the space of responsibility, means that we are juggling a lot of responsibility. And depending on what cards are next to it, will tell you, are you about to hit a wall from doing too much, or do you need to step up your game? Um, the Fool card in this space means to me you may not be taking your responsibilities seriously. You may not be paying attention to those who consider you their caretaker, or you have put yourself in a position of being a caretaker and you're not happy with it. Point is, responsibility comes into play, and what cards are in this space or near it will define how it rolls for you. It's kind of like that, isn't it? My behind the cards episode. So, for today, that is how you. Oh, I almost forgot. That's the major arcana, but the minor arcana is related to astrology also. Um, the aces do not have an astrological sign of their own. They contain the possible energy of all of their signs, like the fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Um, I can't read and talk at the same time. I keep getting brain farts. Yeah. All right. So the aces contain the possibility of all their elemental suits. Water is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Air, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Aquarius. And Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, although the aces don't have a sign of their own, the minor arcana all have a zodiacal sign and a they have a sign and a planet assigned to them. So they've got the what and the how. You have everything you need, and we're going to go into that in future episodes. But I think I've overloaded your brains enough for today. Just to let you know, the next time we do this, we're going to be assigning Hebrew alphabet relations to the major arcana. So these are out there, these videos on this 22 card spread, because this is how I do it. I like doing it this way. This spread can answer a lot of questions. And if you want to find out past life work, try using this spread. How was I in a past life? We've already gone over single keywords for traditional meanings and single keywords for astrology meanings. I love you, Selena. Eighth House Tarot. Oh, I don't know what that is. I love tarot. So, decks like Thoth, I'll show you this. Like, oh, how funny, the Nine of Wands. So, this is Thoth Tarot, right? This is the Nine of Wands. Down here at the bottom is Sagittarius. Up here at the top is the Sun. So, Thoth will always put their glyphs on their cards so you could read it. But if you don't want to learn Thoth, which deals with Kabbalah a lot, so I'm not saying you should learn Thoth, it's not for everybody. If we drew the Seven of Pentacles in the Heaven and Earth deck, you'll see that it's ruled by Taurus and Saturn. Down there at the bottom. Okay, there's Saturn and there's Taurus. All right, now I love this deck for astrology because it gives you deep meanings to work with. Everything you need is at the bottom of the card. You just got to learn what those glyphs mean, and your readings will freaking go off the charts. Let me tell you. Astrology gives you more to play with. And if you're only going for traditional meanings, you're limiting yourself. Take into account the astrological meanings, take into account the Kabbalistic meanings with the Hebrew alphabet associations. I'm really excited to do that one because I haven't really found one online that will work for me. So I figured I'd make it. If I can't find what I need, I will go out and create it, right? Um, anyway, I'm gonna pull some cards for the group. And today we're using traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. And I'm going to read these with the astrological associations on them. We're going to do a quick elemental spread. Now I'm not going to use... figures you'd be here. All right, everybody. We've got a lot of Major Arcana cards. I know I shuffled them up real well the other day. All right. So in the Earth realm, we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Two of Pentacles deals with Capricorn energy in reverse. So questions of identity. We may be struggling to figure out who the hell we are right now. In the air realm, we have the card of the Magician. Okay. The Magician deals with Mercury energy, with being intelligent, with assembling things, with putting them together. So the Magician in the air spot tells me that new ideas are taking hold. New thoughts, the dissatisfaction that we may have felt with the reverse Two of Pentacles, that things aren't going in the right way for us, that we may be juggling too much. Don't worry. The Magician says you have the intelligence and the cleverness to get through your current situation. Fire, we have the Chariot card. The Chariot card. Oh, my order just got here. I hear my husband come in. The Chariot card deals with moving forward, momentum, but we're dealing with the astrology of it, right? So now we've got our bloodline, the people we care about. Having the Chariot here is saying lean into your passions, lean into Francine. Purple Moon Tarot. I was just thinking of you when I said purple unicorn. I thought Francine's name because of the purple. Lean into what feels good to you or who you're reading for. Having the Chariot, which is a water card, fall into the having a water card fall into a fire spot. I think temperance energy. So balancing emotions. Since we're talking about forward momentum here, this is a good sign that your emotions will be balanced and that you will gain control of your current project or endeavor. Water. We have the Lover's card. Now, this is cool because only the first card was in reverse. All of the other Major Arcana cards are right side up. The Lover's card deals with Gemini. Gemini deals with things in the mind. It deals with relationships that work up here. not just down there. All right. We want our relationships to be beneficial. Um, we want that cleverness, that intelligence in our life. We want that honest pairing, is the best way I could say it. The Hierophant card falls into the space of spirit. Okay. Now, this is tradition. I advise anybody who is wanting to expand their intuition, their psychic awareness, their powers, their magic, um, start with traditional means first. Yes, you can write your own spells, you can write your own anything. Um, don't, hey, boo boo. Um, yay, thank you. I got a husband and he just loves me. Um, yeah, before you start trying to do all the individual awareness that magic and psychic powers bring, start off with traditional means first. That means learn traditional forms of magic before you break out into experimenting. Um, I'm all about fuck around and find out, but within bounds that work. Oh, look at that. It was off center. Okay, so this is a card saying you may need to seek out a teacher who can help you, or if you're already experienced, you may be the teacher. Okay, I fled from this card for decades because I didn't want the responsibility of being a teacher, and then I realized um, about 5 years ago I teach already. I just do it one-on-one mostly, so I'm gonna do it. Um, and I thank everybody for being patient with me while I get my teaching routine together. So that's the 5 cards, but there's one card that ties them all together, and that card is the Hope card. This is the Star card. Um, astrology deals with community, um, our society. So the key to finding our way forward is with other people. Find hope in your community. Um, that is today's elemental spread. That is today's class on the astrology of the 22 card spread. Next week, I will be doing the Kabbalistic associations. That's going to be fun. So if you always wondered what I'm rambling on about the Bet or Gimel or Zayin, we're going to learn about those. We're going to learn how they apply to tarot and how they apply to the 22 card spread. So once again, yes, my pickleless sandwich. Don't be a hater, all right? I encourage you to check out the Behind the Moon Facebook group page. It is where you can contact Selena and I, my partner, in Behind the Moon on Thursday nights. Go to our Facebook page, put your questions there if you have any. Link is in the description box. We really do pay attention to anything put into the Facebook group. It gives us ideas for future shows. It gives us an idea on where people are getting confused. So please check out the Behind the Moon Facebook group. And oh, tonight I'll be in just a little while, 3 hours. I'll be interviewing Alexis Milner, Lexi, on Behind the Cards. So everybody, I love you. I love you all, but I gotta go eat. Bye.